portal is 11th admission.org.in, and this is the home page. From here you need to select the region you belong to for admission process, Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Nashik or Amravati. Since you all are from Pune, I'm selecting here Pune, Mumbai, and this is the home page for Mumbai region. Here we have a home button, then here search guidance center. If student wants to search for the guidance center, he can get the list of guidance center from here. Then we have cutoff. If student wants to see the cutoff of last year of any college, they can go here and check the round wise cutoff of particular college for the last year. Here all the announcement in terms of the dates and timing of application form and admission process will be floated here. Department notification and instruction in terms of admission process will be published here. The new timetable and the instruction for admissions. In this part, admission schedule will be published. The updated admission schedule for each round will be published here. Student need to click on this link, and they can see the admission schedule here. And you can also download the application admission schedule by clicking on this download arrow button and keep it for yourself. The next is information brochure. Information brochure containing all the information regarding admission process, all the rules and regulation will be available here in this section. The user manual will be available here. By end of today, we'll try to put the user manuals, and then videos. Videos related to admission process, how to fill the application form and everything will be available here. The YouTube link will be available here. One second. Yeah. The next is student dashboard. How many students have registered till now? Then how many students have filled the application form? And then how many students have verified the application form and option form filled? The number of students will be displayed on the student dashboard, in the student dashboard field. And the college dashboard, number of colleges for that region, the intake, admitted student and vacancy available in that region will be shown here. About us, in about us there is a information about the department in about us. In contact us, there are important email IDs and contact numbers available. If student or colleges have any queries related to admission process, you can put a mail to this mail IDs or can contact them. For registration process, for the fresh registration, a student needs to click on the student registration button and the registration form will appear. The first thing in the registration form is student needs to select his applicant 10th standard school area, if it is within MMR area, outside MMR area or outside of Maharashtra state. As per student 10th school area, he needs to select the appropriate option. And then applicant status, if the student is fresher, repeater or previously passed, that needs to be selected here. The 10th standard or equivalent examination board, student's 10th standard examination board needs to be selected here. SSC, CBSC, ICSC, IB, IGCSE and NIOS. Or if it is outside of all these 6 boards, then student needs to select any other board. When student select on this any other board, this drop down will appear. From here he needs to select his 10th standard examination board. Okay, then seat number, in this section 10th standard or equivalent 10th standard or equivalent examination data, student needs to enter his 10th standard seat number. For SSC student, when you enter for SSC board student, when they enter the seat number, their data, their other data in terms of month of examination, year of examination, name of the applicant will appear automatically. For other board student, other than SSC board student, student needs to give their mobile number for communication purpose. All the uh, allocation details and yeah, all the allocation details will be sent to their mobile number that you will put here. If student doesn't have the mobile number, they can put their parents mobile number. Email ID is not compulsory. If you have the email ID, you can put it. Security question, then student needs to select the security question from this drop down and then enter the security answer for selected security questions. So your security question is important if in future student forget the password. In that case, to retrieve the password, security question is important. Then password, what password student want to have for his application, that password they can put here and then confirm that password. And once you fill all this information, student need to click on register button. I'm not filling any of this information here since it is live website. I'll show it on UAT website, which is Pune instance. Okay, so first applicant needs to select his 10th standard school area, then applicant status, then 10th standard examination board. I'll go for ICSC. Then seat number, a month of examination, year of examination, and then applicant name. Mobile number needs to be put here. Just 1 second. Once student click on the register button, once student get registered in the system, he will get his login ID. Student need to save this login ID till the end of the admission process. Student needs to have this login ID with him till the end of this application process. So keep it handy, keep it saved. For that, you can also take the printout of this page by clicking on this printout button, or you can save this page in your system or mobile. Then after that, click on proceed to login button. On login button, you need to enter your system generated login ID and then the password you have given, and then click on login. Once student log into the system, he will be able to see his dashboard along with the student details as his login ID, then IP address, user type, current login time, candidate name, and previous login time. When student log in for the next time, he will be able to see his previous login time here. Then student dashboard. In student dashboard, student will be able to see his application form status. For filling the application form, a student needs to click on this page, which is first is registration details. What all details student have filled in the registration form will be replicate here. If the student need to check these details, if there are any changes in the details, you can make the changes over here. Or if the details are proper, you need to click on save and net. The next page would be personal details. Here, name of the applicant will automatically populate as it is already given in the registration form. Applicant mother's name have to be entered here. Then student needs to fill his gender and then date of birth. Then full name of the 10th standard school and school index number and UDIS number. If student wants to take admission in in-house quota, school index number or UDIS number has to be filled. If student doesn't fill these two information or either of this information, he won't be able to take admission in in-house quota. And then click on save and next. Next are address details. Here student needs to enter his address, then pin code, and then select from this drop down, and then district, enter the taluka name, and then enter his city, town, or village name. In applicant's contact details, the first mobile number will appear as it is, as you have entered in registration form. The second mobile number and landline number are optional. Email ID, since you have not given any email ID in the registration form, it will not be, this field will be disabled. Once you fill all these address details, you need to click on save and next. Next page is category and reservation details. This is important page since whatever data you will put or you will select, whatever the option you will student will select here, on the basis of those options he will get the reservation in the admission process. So first select your caste category. First is a caste category. Student needs to select his caste category here. And then it will ask if you have the caste certificate issued by competent authority. If yes, you need to put yes. If he doesn't have the caste certificate, his caste for admission will be considered as general or open. If yes, if student have the caste certificate, it will ask for the caste issuing state. Caste issuing state has to be Maharashtra. If you put any other state, then your then student admission category will be considered as general or open. So caste issuing state has to be Maharashtra to avail all the benefits of Maharashtra government, reservation under Maharashtra government. Then caste certificate issuing district. And the next is select your category for admission. Okay. The next are other and special reservation. Here it will ask for other and special reservation related question. If student is clicking yes on any of this option, he needs to have supporting document for the same. For example, if candidate belong to handicap or hearing disability category student, and if he is clicking yes, then he needs to have a certificate showing more than 40% of disability. If student doesn't have this certificates or the supporting necessary documents, then he needs to click on no. Then if student is earthquake or project affected area, if you have the certificate, supporting certificate, then put yes, otherwise no. Then if student parents are transferred to online processing area, or the grandparents are freedom fighter, and or the applicant parent belong to any serviceman or ex-serviceman category, and if student belongs to any sports category. Sports category, if student is saying is the level of participation should be international or national. For international participation, student should be student can be participant, runner-up, or medal winner. And for national level of participation, student has to be medal winner. And the certificate issued by district sports officer is required if you're putting yes here. Then the next question would be about orphan. If the student is orphan and would like to apply for 1% quota in the admission process, they need to click yes, otherwise no. If student is putting yes here, they need to have the certificate issued by Women and Child Welfare Department. The next question is for HSVC and bifocal courses. If student have opted for any of the pre-vocational courses or subject offered under NSQF in the 10th examination, he needs to click yes or otherwise no. For minority, then next are minority details. If you belong to any minority to minority category, if yes, it asks for the type of minority. If it is linguistic minority, you need to select the minority category from a linguistic minority category from this drop down. If it is a religious minority, you need to select the religious minority category from this drop down. The next is in-house quota admission. If student wants to take in-house quota admission, he needs to click on yes, otherwise no. Student is advisable to fill this information carefully, as it is very important. It will affect the admission criteria going forward. So check this information, read this question properly. If you have the certificate, then and then only put on yes, otherwise click on no. Once you fill this information, click on save and next. The next details would be qualification details. The qualification details, first it will ask for passing status. You need to, student has to be passed. For ATKT and for fail student, system will not, system will not allow student to proceed further. So passing status has to be passed. If you are passed in English subject at 10th standard, if student is passed with English as a subject in 10th standard, he needs to put yes, otherwise no. If a student has had the science subject at 10th standard, he needs to click on yes, otherwise no. If student is putting no here, he won't be able to get admission in science stream. So if you did not have science as a subject in 10th standard, click on no. If you have, then click on yes. Then for SSC students, they only need to enter their English marks over here, and then out of marks, and the percentage for English subject would be calculated automatically. Total marks for SSC student will automatically come from the system. They don't have to enter their SSC marks. For a CBSE student, they only have to mention their English marks and total marks obtained. Since this is for in the case of ICSE board student, they need to calculate their marks from here, calculate average marks. Here you need to select your group A subjects and the marks, then a group 2 subject for ICSE students, and then group 3 subject, which is the 7th subject. Okay, based on the marks you have entered over here, your percentage will get calculated below. Best of for if you go for the best of 5, your percentage will be this. If you go for all subject, your percentage will be 84.57. Your percentage will be this. If you you can select your best option, whichever option student wants to go for. You can select best of 5 or all subject. For here, I'll go for best of 5, and then save and close. Yeah, and your total marks will become here as per your selection. Once you fill your qualification details, you need to click on save and next. Next would be document verification details. For document verification, you need to select your guidance center where your documents will get verified. For that, from here you need to select your preferred zone, and in the next drop down you will have the list of guidance center available in the selected zone. You need to select that. Whichever guidance center you will select here, your document verification will happen in that guidance center only. So once you select this guidance center, click on save and next for documents upload. On this page, the list of documents will appear as per your selection on category and reservation details. If you select, if you are from handicap area or a handicap category or ex-serviceman category or areas or orphan, you need to that all those list of documents will appear here, and you need to upload documents for all the reservation you have put yes for. The file types allowed documents upload are JPEG, JPG, PNG, BMP, and PDF, and the maximum file allowed is 1 MB. If the file exceeds 1 MB, system will not accept the file. For uploading the documents, you need to click on upload button, this arrow button. Browse through your folder, select the particular document and click on open, and then click on upload button. and your document will get uploaded here. Similarly, you need to upload all your documents. After uploading the documents, you can check the documents by clicking on this view button, and you can check if the documents uploaded by you or is correct or not. If the document is incorrect, you can click here on this delete button and upload. You can delete the document from here and upload it again. Yeah. So once the candidate is done with uploading all the required documents, he needs to click on save and next button for the admission processing fee. Admission processing fee. On this page, student will get all his personal details along with his name of applicant, month and year, seat number, and board. And here it will show the amount to be paid and the payment mode. Student needs to click on this payment mode and then click on proceed to pay admission processing fee button. And then he'll get his transaction details, transaction ID, payee ID, payee name, and amount to be paid. Click on proceed and it will redirect you to the payment gateway. On payment gateway, you have multiple options to pay. You have net banking option, debit card, wallet, UPI, credit card, NEFT, RTGS. Student needs to click on his preferable option and then click on pay now. Then candidate will be able to see the free fees breakups. Amount to be paid is 125. Gateway fees would be 2.5 and GST on gateway fees would be 0.46 and the total would be 127.96. Pay the fee, click on continue. Yeah. After successful payment, it will take you to the lock application form where you will be able to see the summary of your application form. What all details you have paid, you are entered in the system till now, you will be able to see the summary on this page. Check these details properly. If you feel like you need to update these details, you need to go back to that page, change the details, and save the form again. The form again. Student is advisable to check these details again and again before confirming the form, because once you lock the forms, candidate won't be able to change this information. So read this information carefully. If it is correct, then click on this declaration button, a declaration checkbox, and then click on lock application form. You won't be the candidate won't be able to modify, change, or alter the application form once you click on confirm. So if you are confirmed with all the information you have entered till now, then click on confirm and your application will get locked. You can take the printout of this application or you can save it as in a PDF. Both the application options are given here. This will be your application form and you can take a printout of this application form or you can save it as a PDF. Now if you go back to the dashboard, you will be able to see the status of application form would be locked but not verified by secondary school or guidance center. It will change into verified. The status will be changed into verified once the secondary school or guidance center verifies your application.